Providence St. Peter's did reach out to our department around concerns of the increase in RVs and vehicles parked along Ensign Road. We have been in communication with Keith Stahley and the new Homeless Coordinator, Teal Russell, at the City of Olympia, and connected them to Providence so they can meet and talk directly with each other. And Keith Stahley and Teal Russell have done, and other members of the City of Olympia staff are doing almost daily outreach to those individuals. They've provided a dumpster and a portable toilet out there for them, and are trying really hard to figure out ways to support them in a kind of an impossible situation. So City of Olympia is working directly with those individuals, which is good to hear. And so we're keeping up with our 3 meetings a week with the City of Olympia to continue working in close partnership throughout this COVID crisis, and then generally for homeless response. I think that might be it for updates.
Okay, any questions for Keylee from the Commissioners? Yeah, Ty, go ahead.
So Keylee, is there like a, regarding RVs, is there any kind of like overarching thought process or strategy going on? I mean, the last I heard about this, Lacey was trying to set up a street over by Cabela's, and they got tons of community pushback. So they were trying to find another place, but I never heard of anything materializing. Olympia, last I heard, was concerned about they were trying to work with the state on all the RVs stretched along Deschutes Parkway, but I never really heard where that landed. I just never kind of heard what the long-term plan is for any of the jurisdictions, including ourselves, about managing the RV situation.
Yes, so Lacey did attempt to put in a safe parking program over near Hawks Prairie. That was rejected and voted down. They do have a program that does exist right now where individuals in RVs can apply for a license or a little permit, for them to park behind their city hall over there in Lacey. However, the requirements for obtaining the permit are pretty restrictive, and I don't know if anyone, it's been quite some time now, has taken them up on that. After the permitting process and requirements were put into place, that's when we saw the increase in the vehicles alongside Deschutes Parkway as they left the city of Lacey. Then Department of Enterprise Services started reaching out to homeless providers, jurisdictions, law enforcement, and having a rulemaking process. They were still in the middle of that rulemaking process when stay safe, stay home order was put in place. So I am not aware of what the DES is, where they're at in terms of their rulemaking. They were attempting to come up with an actual response rather than just kicking the can down the road. But in the meanwhile, Washington State Patrol has been citing those RVs if they appear to be having any kind of leakage problem, and evicting them. So I know a lot of homeless service providers have been working really hard to help those individuals either get their vehicles running if they're not operating, and helping them get into housing. But essentially, the Washington State Patrol and their citing of those and then eviction of those RVs is what's caused the Ensign Road crowding. So there aren't any options on the table right now. Folks have been pretty focused on COVID response and sheltering and quarantine and isolation. Speaking with Keith Stahley, he mentions that these individuals, many of whom are incredibly medically fragile, and some of them recently have become homeless due to job loss or to medical expenses, and are very at risk for, based on underlying medical conditions and age, for contracting COVID. So he's got great concerns, and as a city, as a jurisdiction, doesn't know where else they could possibly go that they could be served so well. So it's a huge issue.